With the deadline for My Number Card applications in order to qualify for the 20,000 point MYNAPOINT campaign having already passed, what's next for My Number Card holders and the points campaign? Stick around and let's take a look at things together in this video. Before we get into all that though guys, thanks as always for your continued support of our YouTube channel. It really means a lot to us. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell for notifications so that you don't miss when our next video drops. If by the end of this video you found the content to be useful, definitely smash that like button. All right, let's get into this. After what? 2 extensions to the original end of September 2022 deadline to get a My Number card in order to qualify for the MYNAPOINT campaign, which brought us to the end of February 2023, it looks like that really is it for the second phase of the campaign. Will there be a third phase? Well, no word on that yet, but don't rule it out though, as the Japanese government appears hell-bent on getting us to live and breathe through our My Number Social Security ID cards. So, to the first order of housekeeping in regards to the MYNAPOINT campaign, for those My Number card holders who haven't yet applied for points, be it through registering a cashless payment service, that's 5,000 points, registering a health insurance card, 7,500 points, or linking a bank account, 7,500 points again, the current deadline to do so is the end of May this year. To find out how to do all those things, be sure to check out an earlier video on the channel in which we cover the process in detail. So the end of May gives us plenty of time to apply, you would have thought. But such was the rush to get applications in before the end of February deadline, concerns have been raised that the cards themselves might not be distributed in time in order for people to apply for their minor points. Step forward Digital Minister and English language Twitter aficionado Taro Kono. According to local news reports, on March 17, Kono revealed that he is negotiating an extension of the deadline for applications to receive points amid fears over the flood of card applications causing a delay in getting them ready. Watch this space, I guess. In fact, by the time this video goes to publication, an extension to the deadline may have already been announced, in which case we'll update the details in the description below this video. The next order of business for all of us who are resident in Japan is the use of My Number cards in place of regular health insurance cards, a process through the MYNAPOINT campaign which became dubbed as Minor Insurance. Like it or not, barring what a revolution, this looks set to happen. As things stand, the current insurance cards are set to be abolished by the fall of 2024. Those people who do not wish to switch to using their My Number card as a health insurance card don't actually have to. Instead, it looks like they will need to go through the procedures to be issued with a kind of certificate of eligibility, which presumably will be used in place of the current health insurance cards. Expiration dates of the certificates look set to be within 1 year after their issuance. No fee will be required according to reports. Certificates can also be used in the case of losing a My Number card. While the current insurance cards will be abolished in or by the fall of 2024, the cards will remain valid for 1 year from the date the new system takes effect, again according to reports. Staying with minor insurance, from April this year, medical fees are set to be increased for those patients who haven't yet registered to use the new system. Don't panic though, it looks like we're only talking about a few pennies or yennies. As you can see from the chart, currently the medical fee for a first visit to a hospital or clinic is set at 20 yen, or 60 yen after the 30% coverage. With the minor insurance card, that is. With a conventional health insurance card, it's a little higher at 40 yen, or 12 yen with your after your 30% coverage. Just to be clear, this is a fee simply for visiting the facility and being taken in for consultation or treatment. As a special measure, this difference will increase from April to 60 yen, that's 18 yen after the 30% coverage, for regular card holders. Second visits will require no fee for minor insurance card holders, and 20 yen, 6 yen after the 30% coverage for others, according to reports. So what's going on here? The difference in these medical expenses, it seems, will only be realised if you visit an institution which meets certain requirements, such as having systems in place to accept minor insurance cards. The pricing, it seems, is in place in order to encourage medical institutions to get a move on in terms of installing the necessary systems in order to be able to accept the minor insurance cards. According to reports though, it remains cheaper for patients to visit a medical facility that isn't able to accept minor insurance cards. However, with pressure from the government increasing, this is surely not a situation that's going to stick around for much longer. Also in the pipeline, we've known for some time that the government is eyeing up linking My Number cards with driver's licenses. No significant updates on that, but expect things to go through the gears as we approach 2024. The idea has also been floated to do something with My Number cards and residence cards, or your gaijin cards. That's surely going to raise a few eyebrows and moans from the expat community should anything actually happen, but it looks like that might not start moving until 2025. In November last year, we learned that the government was considering the possibility of linking My Number cards to the purchase of tickets for professional sporting events and concerts, among other private sector services. Linking the identification cards to the sale of event tickets is being eyed as a way to clamp down on the resale of tickets by third parties at high prices, possibly by confirming the identity of the buyer at the time of purchase and at the time of admission to the venue. Digital Minister Taro Kono had instructed the digital agency to begin discussions with professional sports and other related organisations, and a trial got underway to determine whether or not My Number cards could be used in ticket sales. Again, this is all according to reports at that time. So we're following this one with interest. More My Number controversy. As the My Number system turns up its strength on its stranglehold over the citizens of Japan, we can surely expect more controversy as the cards find new ways to get into the nooks and crannies of our daily lives. It was only in January this year that we learned of the government's idea to update the My Number system that would see details of bank accounts used by residents to receive state benefits automatically linked to their personal identification numbers and registered as accounts to receive public funds under the system. Under the proposed update, residents enrolled in Japan's child allowance, pension and other welfare schemes with bank account numbers already held by the relevant administrative agencies would be notified in advance of their accounts being linked to the My Number system. Unless the holder was to respond to the notification with a statement of rejection to the proposal within a certain time period, it seems they would be deemed to have given consent and their account automatically linked to the system. The city of Bizen in Okayama Prefecture might be best known for its traditional pottery, or Bizen Yaki. More recently, however, the city has been in the spotlight for a plan to stop paying for elementary and junior high school lunch fees, school supply fees, and daycare fees for children's preschools and nursery schools, unless the child's entire household, including the children themselves, have obtained a My Number card. The city is currently bearing the cost of these expenses, regardless of whether or not households have obtained My Number cards, as a means of childcare support for parents. In February this year, the city mayor expressed their intention to implement the policy from fiscal 2023, according to reports. In a more recent update, some parents have signed a petition as a way to express their opposition to the policy. What do you think about this? Are parents being held hostage over the My Number card system, or is this simply a case of authorities trying to get Japan up to speed in a digital world? Anyway, let's watch this space to see what the future holds for residents of Japan and the My Number system. There's surely more to come. As of March 12, nearly 95 million people had applied for a My Number card, or around 75% of the population of Japan, according to Communications Ministry data. Anyway, don't forget to check out some of our other videos about the My Number system and the MYNAPOINT campaign. We'll leave the links to those in the description below this video. Also, stick around on the channel after this video to find some other how-to style videos about how to get things done in Japan. Popular ones include how to do Furusato Nozei, the hometown tax system. Another one is based on my experience of how to get a spouse or how to renew a spouse visa here in Japan. Check that one out, it seems to be quite useful. We've also got videos related to the cost of living here in Japan, particularly under the recent inflation. That video is proven to be very popular. And there's another video on there which takes a look at the cost of my daily life going into and out of work here in the Tokyo area. Hopefully you'll find something on there that you like, guys. Once again, thanks as always for your support. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell for notifications so that you don't miss when our next video drops. Smash that like button, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.